Hello, my name is Schioler. I'm the Technical Product Manager at Autodesk for the Systems products. I'm here at NAB 2009. We have a number of very exciting announcements, including new releases of our Systems products for finishing and visual effects, including Flame, Flint, Smoke, and Inferno 2010, as well as an extension release for Luster, Extension 1 for the 2009 release. But possibly most exciting, I think definitely most exciting, is the new product that we're announcing today here at the show this year. It's called Autodesk Flare. It's a creative companion application that is intended to be used in Flame facilities, Inferno facilities, alongside the main Flame artist, as a way of creating a greater creative capacity in a suite. The Flame artists can work alongside with their assistant, passing work back and forth in a completely collaborative environment, ultimately bolstering the productivity of the suite and making the Flame artist get more job done faster. So Flare is intended to be used as a creative companion application by the Flame artist assistants, or the junior Flame artists as they're sometimes known. These artists often work alongside the Flame artist, inside the suite, even in front of the clients, helping create roto masks, shapes, mats, things like that are used and passed back and forth between the Flame artist and the assistant. Very often what happens in a traditional workflow, the assistant works on a desktop application, creating mats that have to be rendered and then passed to the Flame artist. But there are inefficiencies in the workflow that require changing things, going back and forth, and ultimately losing time. And the goal with Flare is to create a software offering that makes it much easier for the facilities to create workflows that are efficient and quick and ultimately creative. So Autodesk Flare is essentially a 100% compatible software-only version of the Flame creative capabilities. So what you have is the entire batch environment, the 3D compositing environment that's available to Flame artists and Inferno artists that have been made available in this application, so that they can do any of the same type of creative work that could be done on the Flame or the Inferno, but done on the assistant station. The reason that we felt that the entire creative tool set was necessary was because in these client-attended environments, it's very hard to predict what kind of work is going to be needed in order to get the right type of shot. So whether you need to do masking, whether you need 3D tools, whether you need warping tools, whatever the case may be, you never know, and the point was for Flare to be able to handle any of the tasks to create the most efficient workflow possible. So Flare has a very unique capability, which is the way with which it can connect and share and work together with the Flame artist. As the creative companion, it can work directly in the same project at the same time, connecting either via the wire network, which is a well-known workflow that Flame artists have been using for a long time, or it can connect directly into the Frame store and access the projects, working on them simultaneously. With Autodesk Flare, you can work in different types of ways, including in a centralized storage environment where multiple systems are working off, for instance, a SAN, which can be accessed by multiple Flares, which actually are available in a floating license format. Furthermore, what this helps with is the ability to more flexibly balance out the projects that are coming into the facility. As you know, one project doesn't necessarily end the time the other one starts, so having the Autodesk Flare system in there will give you the ability to take on jobs and begin them before the other jobs on the Flame are finished. We're very excited about Autodesk Flare. It's a product that we believe is solving a number of problems that exist in Flame facilities today. One of the main problems, of course, is the collaboration between the Flame artist and the assistant, which in the past revolved around using third-party applications, which were inherently incompatible because they were made by other vendors. The idea with Autodesk Flare is to provide a software application that has the entire creative capability of Flame or Inferno, and give it a 100% compatible workflow that can be either direct attached to the Flame frame store, which is a very unique capability for Flare, can work off of centralized storage, and ultimately allow the Flame artist and the assistant to pass work back and forth so that they can get work done efficiently and quickly. Another problem that we were finding was that it was very difficult for assistants to actually get time to learn how to use the Flame. And in fact, what they would have to do is either come in late at night and work overnight on the late shift, getting things done. The Flame artist would come in the morning and find out that things hadn't gone that well. and they would have to actually wait another night before the assistant could get around to fixing things. They weren't able to teach the assistant how to work because they weren't together. With Flare, that problem essentially goes away, where the assistant and the flame artist can sit together in the suite at the same time and actually talk things through, ultimately giving the artist a chance to mentor the assistant. And I think also it was very important that facilities have a way of taking on projects that perhaps they have to bid aggressively against in order to win. Very often it's a competitive market, and people are bidding to win jobs. And sometimes you have to bid lower to get a really good job into the facility. And in the case of Flare, it will make it easier for facilities to be able to bring these projects in, because they have a cost-effective application that will allow them to get more work through their pipeline. And of course, in this economic condition today, a cost-effective application is very important.